How's everybody doing today? This is just a quick audio test. Let me know if I'm too quiet or if the music's too loud. Thank you. You know what? I think I'm just gonna start early. I just woke up, washed up, and now we're here. I was up to like 4 a.m. Sometimes in game development, I don't get much done, and yesterday was one of those days. Let's stop this timer so it doesn't go crazy on us in a minute. So I spent basically all night trying to figure out a few things, and I started modeling the main character, highly inspired off of a satire or like Kindred from League of Legends. I have to add a lot more to it so it's actually like more unique, and I think I'll do that with like cloth and stuff like that. But let's get this open here. I also made the coins smaller to fit the player, but the animation now needs to be just quickly modified as well, the spin. So I'm going to do that before you guys see anything actually. That might be the best way to do this. So if I click one of these, oops, there we go. So this part works. Why does this resize then when it goes to him? I don't understand. Something forces the scale of this object to change when I get close to it. And I've yet to figure out what it is. I might have to actually make this 0.5 and leave these as 111. Right, so change this, but then make this 0.5, 0.5, 0.5. That's a little bit too high, so let's make this also 0.5. So something more like, that's not even too low maybe. 0.75? Yeah, there we go. So I'm going to have to change them to do that, I think. Did that just pick up all those animations? It did. Shit. Shit. Position also needs to be deleted. I didn't want to be recording. I just wanted to manually change these. So that's only to change this one. The rest are going to be messed up. Now let's just get the player in here so you guys can actually see what he looks like so far without any animations. Where is the player? Actually, I think he's in the right spot. Yeah, he's right there. Alright. Hello, Ocarina of Time. Wow, Ocarina of Time. Wow. Hello, Ocarina Warrior. I'm clearly too tired. How are you doing? So this is the look of him so far. I haven't colored him or anything. I just kind of threw on a tone on him. And he kind of moves around. I slowed him down so it looks more accurate to his size. Now you'll notice if I go get these coins, they enlarge. Oh, now they're not enlarging on me. I guess because I changed this one? No, they're just not enlarging on me. What the I don't understand. Okay. So what I also did last night, if we look at the code real quick, was I discovered something that I didn't even know about, and I really wish I did know about a long time ago, and that is the on-controller collider hit. So with the character controller, you can't actually do on collider or on collider enter kind of thing, but you can do this. So basically, the first one here handles wall jumping. I can move this to. Oh, I guess that's fine where it is. Looks like a dope Pokemon. Yeah, right on. That's sort of the goal, I guess. It wasn't really, but I'm gonna make it look better. It's going to be more human-like in a bit. But yeah, so the wall jump here is pretty simple. Basically, if this fires, we're going to see if the tag is wall jump, so it can only wall jump on objects say wall jump, and if the hit.normal.y is greater than 0.1, which basically tells us that the y is on an angle, it's not flat. Then we also want to say if the last wall that we touched wasn't this wall, so that way we can't just infinitely jump up the same wall. And if that's all true, then we let ourselves do the wall jump. I don't even think I need this hit equals hit. So with that in mind, I can probably delete this. It's never used. And then we can just do a draw array, and then we just set the last wall touch to be the one that we just touched. That way we can't jump off it again. So what that does, we press play here. I don't get why these coins aren't resizing. Did they? Let me just check. Sorry, really, it's irking me. This coin is 111, and this is 0.5, 0.5, 0.5. But now this one didn't need to be changed then, because right, because it's still going to come towards me at the normal size, the size I want it to be. So basically, I was going to make a tutorial on how to make a platformer. I was going to make a whole series on that, and then while I was going to upload those videos, I was going to continue working on the other game. But I'm actually really enjoying the mechanics of this game, so I might just keep going with this. So okay, what that code did though. Now if you look at these two walls, I've tagged them as wall jumpable. So I can fall down if I don't click anything, right? But I can... Wait. Ugh. Huh. Maybe I can't. Oh, sorry, that makes sense. That was the last wall I touched. I have to make it so we're grounded that the last wall we touched is none. But there we go. You can see I can wall jump all the way up. And it also increases your jump speed. Well, this is a little bit finicky, eh? There we go. It does work, but there's a few checks I have to change. And you also notice your character kind of like spins in a circle. If you did it with the WASD keys, it probably wouldn't be... Oh yeah, I also have spin tech. Yeah, he goes perfectly left and right. I don't know, it works a lot better than I had before. It's still a little bit weird. Mainly because if we're not grounded. Else, if we are grounded, we're going to say last wall touched equals null. That'll just break that issue I had at the bottom there. It already looks like hell. Yeah, I don't plan on making any wall jumps that much jumping upwards, because that's just going to be a pain in the butt. It would just be a few jumps instead of like constantly going up, right? But it works. Okay, the next thing that I changed are the controls for the character in the script. Yes, they are. I created it now, so when you press X or the middle mouse button, if you're not in water, he just spins. So the idea is there'll be an animation that's his spin attack. So he just puts his hand out. Here he'll spin. Maybe he can like jump up and, you know, do some cool spin or whatever. That's going to be a spin attack. It's not really done yet. I want to work on the water today instead. But I did have to... I don't know if you guys remember, if you watched yesterday, there was a piece of code here. We can go up to it real quick. I've put it actually in... Where did I put it? Check swimming. So basically, I didn't know what this one variable was. I changed it to say recently water, because now I know what it means. And essentially it just checks, since we're constantly jumping in and out of water, if we're recently in water for the last 0.5 seconds, and you press X, I just want it to move you down. Otherwise, every time we like bop up here and I press X, he would try to do a spin attack, which isn't what I want. But if I jump up and out, then I can do a spin attack, which is perfect. So I got that mechanic down. These coins are still too big. They haven't been resized. It looks so weird without him moving. We're going to rotate him with the animation for swimming, just because I find that would work the best. The reason why if you're wondering, actually I should explain this. The reason why I did the spin attack hear the actual spin in Unity on the update rather than in Blender is because in Blender, if you rotate an object past 360 degrees and you want it to rotate a couple times, it actually messes up the, it doesn't rotate nicely in Unity. Like, it'll do the first loop and then it'll try to unrotate and then rotate and then unrotate. So you never actually get like a continuous spin. So I just do all my spinning off in Unity. The next thing I figured out was I did a raycast down to hit the player, or from the player to hit an enemy to see if we're on an enemy. And that didn't really work out so well because I guess I can do a quick paint to show you the issue. Alright, this is our player's capsule collider. That's a bad capsule. Wait, you know what I could do? Oh, I'm a genius. Actually, let's just imagine, yeah, this is our player's capsule collider, even though this is a little bit more, you know, spherical, even though it's not. Okay, and then this is our enemy. Oh, really? That happens? I gotta go. Okay, so what I was doing was just shooting a ray, use red, from here down, whoop, to see if we hit an enemy, right? But the issue is, what if our capsule was over like this? Wender's asking, do I do all the animations myself or do I use a program? For this game, I'm going to do all the animations myself. For the last thing you guys saw, the animations were done using, what's it called? It's the Adobe thing. They supply a bunch of animations. I can't remember what the actual thing's called. So this would be the issue here. This raycast would shoot. We wouldn't see anything, but this whole section here, from here to here, if it hit the player, it would sit on top of him. So that was an issue. So then I looked up sphere casting, which actually takes it from the bounds, like so, and shoots outwards. Makes ammo, that's what it was. Now, the issue with this, you think, okay, good, now we're actually being able to hit this guy. The issue with this is now let's say our guy here is smaller than the sphere cast radius, like so, and then you imagine that the sphere cast is, like, if you looked at a top view, the sphere cast would be like this. Why is nothing appearing? Weird. What did I do? There we go. Use multiple point of raycast as Samuel. Oh no, don't worry. I got a really good solution for you guys. A way better one than actually even doing raycasting. So this is the top view, and this is what the sphere cast was doing. And as you can see, there's a hole in the center, so the character can be missed. So what I found out was the on-controller collider hit. So if what you've hit is equal to enemy, then I do a call me just to see if it was working right. So if the hit point, the actual point that you hit, its Y position is less than R position dot Y plus 0.5 F, which basically means the only thing I can hit is something below us. This is just doing an offset to go to like the center of my player, because if we look at my actual player in scene view, you'll notice that my point is down here, but I need to be checking over here. So anything that like hits, it's actually about like around here. Anything that hits here or down, we know it collided with our feet. Okay? So then I just do what my collision was, which is basically just force jump equals true, kill equals, or we check if that object actually is killable. So first we have to see if it, this is just like a built-in thing that I've created, the interface utility. I found it online, it works really well. It's only a few lines, didn't feel the need to actually just use my brain to code it. And basically it just checks if the enemy has a interface of killable. If so, do hurt me on that thing that has killable. Right, so if you looked at my shmoop, and we go to his AI chaser, it does have I killable, and since it does, we then say do the hurt me. And then what I wrote here is just a simple thing. If contains the damage type, boom, kill him. What's a fawn? Oh, what the heck? What's the difference between a fawn and a satire? Or satyr, however everyone pronounce those. Because, yeah, it was essentially a... What the hell's the difference? Fawn versus... Before I show you guys the beautiful character collision, I wonder the difference here. Small horns. Huh. I guess it is a fawn, isn't it? But it's sort of like a satire. It has like the big arms. Wait, this one makes no sense. The fawn here is short horns. The fawn here is long horns. These are all useless to me. What the fuck? I guess that's kind of cool if those work well. Alright, let's close this. So yeah, if you look now, there is one interesting problem with this. I can't actually say do jump here. So my do jump is just a call that tells our player to jump up if we look at it. So this is something to keep in mind for you guys. Do jump here modifies my Y, which would change my movement, right? Since it's changing movement, this actually doesn't pick it up because this only happens when a movement has happened or is completed or something like that. So I had to actually create just a variable that says force jump is true, and then on the next update call, if forced jump is true, forced jump right here in our jumping, if forced jump is true, we automatically do a jump and then we set force jump to false. So the actual part where we bounce off the enemy is on the next update. I don't know why it has to be like that, but it does. I don't think I changed these scripts. I should be able to just jump on these guys. Whoop. And there you go. You can see it'll perfectly land. There won't be any point where I can like sort of just sit on the side of them. Don't you have an add impulse method instead of changing the Y? I don't have an add impulse since I'm using a character controller rather than a rigid body. I mean, maybe I could. I didn't think that was a possibility. I like the small coins now. They're very fitting. I gotta change the particles to them to be not so astronomically large. Yeah, these particles are way too big. Or this whole thing is way too big now, eh? Okay. So the things we're going to be doing right now is the water. Now I had in my other project the ability to modify a blender object to match water, to do like really cool water, right? So we're going to actually open that project and see what the scripts were. G3D, we can save this. He actually wasn't a great artist, he was a failed artist. So I would assume you're not that good. Then again, I'm a failed game developer, so I assume I'm not that good at game dev. Sad life. Okay, so we had a script in here. How was this being created again? Does anybody remember? Okay, we have our water ripples, which I do want. We're going to want this, so our water moves. Scale of 2, speed of 1, noise strength, blah blah blah. Yeah, so we want the water ripple script. So, let's just write down a notepad the things I'm going to need here to help my water effects. So my water ripples was a simple script that just moves the actual vertices of that object. Then I had some way of no shared vertices. Where's that? Editor, no shared vertices. Right here, okay. So I need this script. Now all these other things are actually pretty useful, like dissolve burn and my mirror. Dissolve burn actually works. I just need to actually make sure the object is textured properly to use it. But we can look at that later on once we actually get a texture. For now, we need this no shared vertices script. No shared vertices. Okay. Let's open up the platformer. Let's also open up Blender. Actually, I might even have one from there. Let me just Unity, RPG 3D, assets, imports. I might have a water piece here, do I not? I have test file though. I have water right there, I saw it. Okay, and this should be rotated, triangulated, all nicely. And it doesn't even have material, that's fine. Okay, so we'll take this, copy, oops, copy. Why can't I right click this? What the hell? There we go, that was weird. Then, back to... I guess I can just drag it in place, can't I? From here to there. Drag this in. Okay, then we want the material. What particles do I have here? Drop, slash, rain, no. Textures. We don't need the LUDs or anything. Materials. Actually, the LUD might be cool. We'll do it later. Water, matte. That was supposed to go materials. Let's just move that to a material. Okay. Then we're going to want in our editor... Not a folder. Do I not have an editor folder? Nope. So for those of you who are wondering, editor folder is actually special in Unity. If you call it that, it does something special. 2400 is too much for low poly, I think. You want to stick to about 1000, maybe 1500 at most. You could probably do it in 500 if you really want a true low poly. Wander's saying you don't need to export FBX. No, Unity understands Blender perfectly, and it auto updates. So if you change it in Blender and save and come back here, it auto updates. So beautiful, saves so much time. FBX is pointless. Simple as. We can close this one now. Okay, next we need our assets editor, no shared vertices script. Boom. And then in our scripts, we wanted water ripples. So that was in fancy. Water ripples. I'll just move it here for now. Boom. Okay, so this is liquid, and it has an enter water box collider. Rents, it's interesting that you say that, because some people have said that, but I've yet to find an error, so it's been pretty good for me. I'm curious as to what these errors are. There's problems that come with using Blender. Like when you work with people who don't use Blender. That was great. I actually like that. Alright, let's drag this water in here real quick. You notice how it has a rotation of 90. I'm not really sure now how this is going to work out for me. So we'll just see if I need to rotate this. I probably do. Let's just give it a 0. Okay. Then we can give this the water ripples. This is going to be a crazy high number. That's fine. Let's set this to be like 333. Is that even big enough? No. We can go 4. 4, 4, 4. And that should cover everything. Good. Okay. Now, I fucked this up. I'm going to remove this. And I don't even need this. What we actually need to do is our no shared vertices thing. So there we go. It creates a cloned object that doesn't share any vertices with this object. So the difference is going to be actually pretty cool. Let's first give it water. Okay. We'll add the water ripples. Interestingly, because I rotated there and then not here, this doesn't have a rotation. It's really cool. I built its own mesh like that. Alright. Drag this in. Where's our player? Bring him closer. Okay, so you see how it's rippling the wrong way? Or is it? Wait, let me just see here. It's below this, so I can't really tell. Let me first... Oops, what the hell? Okay, let's pull this water up to here. It doesn't even have a ripple on it. How is it rippling? Oh, because I gave this the water ripples. Wait, now I'm super confused. Why do I have so many things? Okay, wait. I have you. I have you. And I have you. Oh, I'm so confused. How did I just create all these things? Okay, delete this. Delete this. Drag water clone in. Give it a material of water. Okay. 4, 4, 4. Just pull it up for now so we can just see if it's working. And then we give it water ripples. Okay, so you can see it's doing it actually on the wrong axis. I actually like how this is working here. So we're going to go into this water ripple script. And I believe we have to change... I can never remember this. Take Z. What does this one do? Oh, I think it needs to be this one. Like so. No. That's not what I wanted. I think it should, I don't know. What did I change here? Oh wait, this needs to be Y, I think. All I did was change one number and I can't remember what it was. And now it's causing me grief. So let's find the script online and get the original. Unity, no shared vertices. Oh, this is an actual shader that does this? Really? Holy shit, look at how much work you put in the shader. Okay, let's try this. Why can't I, there we go. We're gonna ignore this for a second. Let's just see what the shader does, because that'd be way better than using this. Is it a standard? Would be, yeah, it has to be standard. Water. Sure. Open this bad boy up. Reload all. Save it, sure. Yeah, that's what I wanted. Thanks. Troll Tunga. I don't know why this isn't the right color. Let's just see what I did. Yeah, those are my waves still affecting it though. Let's turn off water ripples for the time being. What happened here? Oh, that's cool. I do check the drive every now and then, yeah. Oops. Alright guys, we're going to use our brains here. We're not going to use this shader. How do I remove it? Oh, I just want to go standard. Let's delete this. Let's go in here, reload all. Inner water ripples. Right now, we can see that we were moving along, what axis is this? The Z axis, right? But we want to be moving along the Y axis. Why is this a thing? Facesite plus X, Y, Z. X, Z. Math.sine. This is my noise. I don't know. I got a new solution though, so I don't have to worry about this. I'm just going to delete this object. It creates a reference to it in the editor, like so. Not a reference, but an actual mesh of it. So if we go to our imports and drag in water, and we leave it at -90 and then do the no shared vertices, this one should also be -90. Right? So then, if I gave this water, we rotated this to 0, we're gonna be so griefed, I don't know. Yeah, this isn't gonna work. It's changing along the wrong axis, and I don't remember why. What was I doing up here again? Oh yeah, I was just gonna find it. It's not Polyworld. It's not this massive thing. Sinus with rolling waves. Pragma. What is this? Is this what I want? Oh, this is what I have, eh? So, I need this. And I have this. What was the difference? What we're gonna do. Let's see what the difference was here. We had it like one of these, whatever. Oh, great. Copy. Paste. So baseline was the same. Predicts out Y minus, oh, it's added X, Y, Z. I did minus. Okay, so we can delete these. Save. Interesting how they're in this perfect line formation, which is not what I want. And I did modify mine to not be in this perfect line formation because I was using this one instead. So let's use our brain now for what we've determined. No, but that's this line right here. X, Y, Z. One second. What am I missing that's so different? right here. It's supposed to be Y. And then I don't use this. But that makes it the exact same then. Right? Like this should end up giving me the exact same result. And instead it just goes to shit. Oh, these are both on the Y. Okay, that makes sense. If I change these to Y, Y, guys, I don't know why this isn't working. Control X, save, back to here. This looks a little bit more like what I wanted. Right, so it's not the perfect water. It's a little bit, you know, way too high. It's still too high. But if we look at the scene view, it's a lot more watery, I guess. Actually, this needs to be like 555, so let's just get the right size. It kind of needs to be something like this. That still goes too high, eh? That looks like water, right? Yeah, that's great. 0.25, 1, 0.3, and 0. 0.25, 1, 0.3, and 0. I think I made this like 444 or 555. I don't think it needs to be 555. Okay. So the next thing we need to do, this water here, this water collider, basically this is working on on-trigger enter script, right? Now, we're not going to want this to actually be a visible thing, but we're going to want the water itself to go on top of it, if that makes any sense at all. So this water clone, let's go up. We're going to drag this on top of water. Okay, then here we can toggle this mesh render off, so you only see that water. But for now I'm going to leave it on, so that I can actually see how big of a difference these are in size. That's odd. 111 makes this absolutely gimongous. Oh, because this is so big. I see. Alright, we're going to do something like this. Then we need to set this to be like the same-ish size. So what does that match up to be? Okay, but I'm being retarded. I can just give this the box collider, and then we can just increase the Y to be however deep we want it to be. And then this just needs to be minus half of that. So if I did this by 10, this needs to be -5. I would actually probably do like -4. I'm not really sure. We'll find out in a second. We'll do -5 for now. Let's drag this out. This is box collider is trigger. So this needs to be box collider is trigger. What else? This has enter water. So this needs enter water. Okay, so now I can remove this. So this here should do the same effect, but we should be able to jump into moving water, right? It's too high. So let's just jump on in and see what happens. Yes. Now, is there a way to make an object double-sided, or do I just have to create a second water script so when you're upside down you see it? Does that make any sense? Okay, give this some, like, depth. I think that way it'll tear through it. Unity, make object double-sided. Put some sort of fog filter when in water or something. Yeah, I agree, Luca. That's going to be the next step once we get this duplicated. I'm going to try something here. Copy this, place it inside. We're going to remove its component here and here. Double-sided texture / material. Is there one? I'll look that up in a second. I got a cough. Transparency and backface calling. Sorry, I just noticed that this person gave an answer like so. I have a transparent sphere and I want to enter the sphere from the inside and look at the world through transparent sphere faces. However, when I enter the sphere now, backfaces are called and I don't get the inside of sphere immersion. In your pass, write this. Oh gosh, this won't mean anything to me. I've never looked in a shader, so I have no idea. This is like glass culling. Controlling culling is useful for more than debugging backfaces. If you have transparent objects, you quite often want to show the backface inside of an object. Oh, I can just give it glass. Okay, let's try that. That makes sense because if it's water. Oh, I'm dumb. Okay. So, do I have the glass material as a thing? Let's see. Whoops. Where is it? Do I have to import it? I don't have glass in here. Okay, so we need to import the glass somewhere. Where is that going to be? Effects? Material, glass, light flares, tessellation shader, tune shader. Perfect. Look at that. Stuff, more stuff we don't even have to code. Fudge, every time. Okay. Custom. World Coord Diffuse. I have no idea what that is. I don't remember creating that. World Coordinate Diffuse. What the fuck is that? I'm gonna just press play. I want to see what that does. It's not see-through at all, but it's kind of cool. Whoa! Wow! What? Trippy as balls. Okay, it's not what I want though. Okay, GUI, no, FX, glass, stained, bump map. Oh, we can also tile it? Ooh. Which one of these looks most like water though? Okay, well that doesn't look like water at all to me, and it still isn't. That's not at all what I wanted. And I imported all of this stuff for no reason then. Light cookies, light flares, projectors, tune shaders, image effects. Oh yeah, image effects aren't a thing anymore here. Where'd my object go? Okay, yeah, let's just give it a standard transparent albedo. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to remove the enter water, remove the box collider. It's going to have water ripples. And then we're going to make it upside down. Let's just see what happens like that. I'm not noticing any doubling, so that's good. Oh! You can see doubling here, though. That's kind of stupid. If we had the camera like this, that's okay, because you'd be underwater, so you wouldn't really notice. And here you don't see any doubling. So that's going to be perfect. Now you can sort of tell where the water ends, right? It's a little bit over the top, though. Excuse me. Let's move both of these to the right height also. So what is this? Let's just copy this. Why aren't you letting me copy? Oh, because they're separate things. Okay. So now we have water, but we did lower it. And I think that lowering it might be problematic for us getting out of the water. So let's see if I can actually even get out of water. Alright, so we fall in. Yeah, no, we can get out easily. That's good. Is Mariner gonna die again? Has it been cutting in and out? I hope not. Turn my phone off Wi-Fi just now, so if it has been cutting out, I apologize. I'm also on Discord, which usually kills me. So this water looks pretty good. I feel like this is how I'd even use it in the game. Now I noticed that our player, he can sort of float up here, and then he's all like not even in the water there. We're probably gonna need to do some sort of check of the closest vert and just pull our player down to that. But I don't know, might not even be an issue. If we're swimming, we're gonna have him lowered to where his feet are with the animation itself. I don't know, that might be problematic. We'll find out. Let's go down. Oh, look what it does to the floor, though. I don't like that. What if I give this an albedo? Let me quickly in Paint. I'm going to try creating 256 by 256. Let's give this a cloud effect. Where's effects? Let's hit import textures, water. So if I then gave this that albedo that we just did of water, will that change the shadows? No. How about here? Oh, is it because I had this the whole time? No. Hello, hello. Why is this happening? Why are these also emissive? It shouldn't be emissive. What's the difference? I don't know. What's the difference between cutout or fade? I'm gonna try something. Let's hide this for a second. If this was set to fade, fade is nice blue. Okay, and if this was set to cutout, Ocarina Warrior is saying that I should turn off the object shadows. See, I was looking for that. I just can't. I feel like I'm having a brain fart and I can't remember where that is. Ooh. That's cool. What does reflections do? Hold tight. Giving it this albedo didn't seem to do anything. Just made it darker. How do I... Oh, is it right here? Receive shadow. Cast shadows off. There we go. I'm a derp. No, that's still... What the hell? Why are you creating shadows? So this guy's advice was to go to Editor, Project Settings, Quality, Shadows, no shadow. Okay, but that still has this clearly created grid pattern. And it's creating on an angle, right? I don't want any of that. Actually, that might be... You know what? Let's, I have an idea. Okay. So what I'm thinking is if we're jumping in the water and we're making it super dark, that those might actually add to the effect. We'll delete this. One sec, got a cough. Like, I do see the answer here, which is right here. Oop, should load up. Maybe not, because that doesn't work. Maybe I have to just change both. Like if I did this and this, yeah, there you go. So that'll solve my shadow problem. I need to turn the other thing back on. Okay. Alright guys, it's time for ad roulette. Let's get this started, see who gets it, tell us what you get in the chat. Boom. Yeah. So when we enter the water, we're going to want to change our lighting fog. So I have a script here. Oh, this isn't even... There we go. Camera entered water. Unity. Change fog color. Okay, so we're just going to say render settings dot fog color is equal to, for now I'm just going to say color.red, so I see if this is working. And then we exit, we're going to set it to color.yellow. Or something. Now before I ever press play, I do want to see what this is at right now, so I don't lose this number. And that's this. So let's save this over in Notepad real quick. Okay. So if I enter this water, everything should go red. It did. Look at that. As soon as the camera enters, it goes red. And then it goes yellow when you leave. Perfect. Now there's a point here. We're not actually like in the water. But it's because we kind of are. I don't know. We'll figure that out in a bit. We're also going to change the fog thickness now to be super duper thick. So like if I increase this density, oh shit, not even that much, that's too much. Is that like playable? If you're in water like that, look at that density, you can't see shit. Okay, let's get a proper color first. So when you enter water, how am I gonna, there, I'm gonna want to make it this color for water, I think. Outside of world. Now I'm gonna need the hex values inside of water. Okay, so let's grab these hex values. I'm gonna just do a print screen to save me some time actually. And then let's get that old value back in so we can see what that one, its hex values are. There we go. Okay. Excuse me. So when we enter, we're going to want to say new color. I'm just going to set these values to be, that's these ones. So what is, I always hate doing this, 209 divided by 255, 0.82 f, 0.82 f, 255, okay, so that's 1f, that's easy. 251 divided by 255, 0.98. 1f. Alright. And then we leave the water. Let's go back to this. Which is also the same. That's not a good sign. Not a good sign at all. Okay, this one did get reduced, 0.92 f. Okay, and then we're going to change the fog density here. So we'll deal with the fog density after figure out what it should be. So if we now press play, and we go kaboom, that's almost like white. It is white. Why the fuck? Wait. 17346. Oh shit. I didn't use the right values. Oh, this is so frustrating. Are you gonna do light chefs in the water? Maybe, we'll see if we can get it to look nice. So I did the wrong values here. I did the... Didn't I want the RGB values? Or are these HSV? I'm so confused. Yeah, I was supposed to do RGB and I did HSV because I'm an idiot. So print screen, do this again. God damn. Where's my paint.net? Did I close it? I closed it. Okay. How do I hide the history here? Why is history even showing? Whatever. Can I just make small enough so it disappears? There we go. Okay, 7 divided by 255. And that's when we're outside water. So 0.027. I'll do to 3 decimals, sure. Okay, this is literally just a perfect 0.2. Excuse me, my god, it's like I have to cough so bad. So frustrating. And this is the other value that we need. Print screen, paste, go back to here. So frustrating sometimes. Calculator. So 127 divided by 255. So this first value is literally 0. The second value is 0.498. The third value is 251 divided by 255. 0.94. Like so. Okay. Color values are in percentages, while what you look at in that beautiful thing are not percentages. Yeah, so that works. Now we're going to increase the density. So let's pause it. Go to game view. And make it some stupid amount of density. Even that looks like it's too much. 0.05? Sure. Render settings. Dot fog density equals 0.05f. And down here we do this exact same thing, but we set it to 0.01. So now when we jump in the water, it should go to a different shade of blue. Well, this is the blue it's going to go to, so let's just reset it real quick. Okay. So it looks like this. Then we go in the water, and we pull the camera down, and it's clearly like you are in water. That's really blue, and this water isn't blue. It's kind of weird. Oh, I don't have the chat open. Has anybody said anything? Let's see. Not much. What does one look like? As in, what do I look like? Or what does the sun shaft look like? Hello, Augustin. How you doing today? It is time for another ad roulette, guys. I'm going to spam these for this stream, if you don't mind. Boom. See who gets it. Okay, let's for now set this... I'm going to go super blue. And this water isn't that same blue. I have an idea. First, we'll take our outside of water value and set that here. Okay, then let's go to our actual water piece. We're gonna make this blue match the inside of water blue. That might be too blue. Maybe we need to switch those colors around. Actually, it's kind of cool. It's funny how, like, if the camera is still slightly up, you can still see that the world itself is, it's because the water's not that flat, and it ruins the illusion of being in water. Right, like here you're technically... It's okay, once our player is lower, it'll all make sense. Because essentially our player would be like down to here when our camera's up. So that'll work really well. Let's also try turning on these casting shadows. Oh, see, that's really dumb. I can be underneath clearly. But my camera doesn't think we are underneath sometimes. Like right there. We're gonna have to tweak some values. Yeah, the waves are probably too much right now anyways, so I could probably like put this down. Actually, the noise is what we want, because that determines the choppiness of it, but then the scale is what we want to reduce. Maybe something like that. Oh, now that, wait, look at that clear difference in height. Huh. They should be touching. Why are they not touching? Oh, but then you see all that ripping even more. But if we were in the game... Not the greatest, eh? It's not even see-through anymore. I set to this non-see-through color. Having some problems. Okay, wait. Let's go to here. Let's copy this value. I want this as my underwater value. It says paint's open, there we go. If I decrease the speed also, I hadn't even looked at that. Let me do this 0.05 and then increase that to 5. This is going to move super slow. No, speed needs to be at least 1. Water wouldn't like stay angled like that for that long. Yeah, there's a weird gap here. That really bugs me. And you can also do something like this. So we need to increase... We need a collider on top of this, I think. That determines the camera. I don't know. Hello Philip ST. I modeled him last night. He's not done, but... Oh, I know how we can deal with that issue. Let's make this just larger. Even like 2. That's probably too big. 1.5 maybe. Not 1. 1 looks decent. Yeah, if you have clothes on your character, you can either just give them cloth physics. No, that's still... It can still be like this. This bothers me. It can be above the wave. So, we need to tweak this even more. Ocarina Warrior says, crazy idea, why don't you just flip the whole model when you go underwater? Huh. Interesting idea. I didn't rotate on the right axis. I think it's supposed to be the X. Whoa. Oh, I see what's going on there. Huh. Yeah, I can just probably flip normals, can't I? What happened here is I'm rotating the whole entire thing, so it's constantly exiting and entering. I would have had to made the mesh a sub thing separate from the actual collider. But let's just... How do you flip normals? Anybody know? Unity, flip normals. I should know how to do this. I have my water ripples right here. This script lets you reverse the normals. Attach script to mesh you want normals to be reversed. That's a lot of overhead, but let's try it. I'm just going to create a... it's going to be part of this script for now, but eventually I'll move it to something else if I ever need it. So void flip normals, and we're just going to call it here and here. You're a genius. Oh my god. Is there any way I can still... That works so well. Oh, well, there's still some issues here, but... it's some weird math. It's where I'm literally... if you look at the equation. I didn't want to code it because it takes some time. Basically, you got all of your normals that you've created with your vector 3. Then you go through them and you you change it to be a -1 like you were saying. And then you set the mesh.normals to equal the new list of normals. So you flipped every single vert. And then, what is this happening here? M is less than the normal count. Oh, you have to recalculate all your triangles and stuff, eh? Okay. But that works. The one issue now is still we can be something like here and not be underneath it, right? So like right, but that's because the water moves up. I'm almost tempted. No, because that's not a mesh collider or anything. This is a moving mesh. Raise your collider above the wave line. Yeah, see, that's what I'm sort of tempted to do here. I actually don't even see where my collider is right now. It's below the wave line. Lol, 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 lol. No wonder. Grief causing bullshit. That thing is, though, that's going to move up our player even more because they're both using the same collider, right? It's even too high. We can lower it down a bit. Okay. It's just the problem is that wave can come and clip through. I don't want to do it like that because then it's like, what's going on, right? So I'm gonna make the collider ripple, I wish. The problem is that the water is moving. If the water was flat, this would never be an issue. Right? The height of the player doesn't matter because when I animate him swimming, if he's at the, like, I'm gonna move his whole body. So this is a good height, I think, as odd as it sounds. Then again, something like this could happen. Yeah. Okryn is saying create a empty. Yeah, I might just do that. If I create an empty here, I'm gonna call this water. First, I'm gonna drag you out. You can be scale 444, sure, it doesn't really matter. I'm gonna drag this in here. Okay, so this is gonna be water, and this is going to contain our player and whatnot logic. Then we're also gonna duplicate this for a second. We're gonna get rid of enter water, remove component. Remove component, remove component, remove component, remove component. This is just a box collider, and this is going to be the camera trigger. Okay, then in scripts, pretty sure I opened this one. Create a C# script, camera in water. Then over here, put you on camera trigger. Oh, this isn't going to flip the normal center of the right thing. I'm going to have to move that to be the parent, but that's okay. Alright, so we have this, and we also have enter water. We'll take flip normals out. And move it here. We don't need to delete that just yet. We're going to copy these. We don't need to be player or player. We just need the main camera. And this one no longer needs the main camera. Okay. Now this is not going to be able to flip the normals because it needs to be the parent, so it needs to be parent.getComponent. Does not exist. Transform.parent. There we go. Okay. So now we should be able to move the camera target separately from the player in the water. And it should still change color. It didn't flip the normals though. I also don't need these. Oh, because it's not the parent. Duh. It's water. It's separate. We moved it here. So there's this object. Do I want to make the water the top thing then? Right? Why do I even have... Why would I need this empty here? I don't. If I did it like this, this should give me the correct effect. There we go. It still doesn't solve my issue though. The water is so I'm thinking of just doing still water. Right, water that doesn't move. Right. And then when you enter, it just does a puddle effect. Thing is, it's not a buoyancy script. It's actually just my gravity saying we're in water, we're no longer in water. And it's kind of problematic, the way that it's done. I would prefer a buoyancy script, because then we know that we're floating. Actually, you know what I could check now? Let me just try something quickly. If hit.transform.compare tag liquid debug.log, we should be floating. I could override anything else. Is this not tag liquid? No. Okay. Liquid. Interesting. Oh, because that's collision and that's not a collider. Oh, yeah, yeah. Let's also make it water. Or liquid. Yeah, so essentially what I need to do is make it so we can be buoyant, rather than just constantly shooting out. And I think I've actually done that. It's the, was in water. This is also my buoyancy. Recently in water. A timer bool to check if we were recently in water. Buoyancy. When is recently in water true? I'm gonna turn this off for a second. Oh wait, no, that determines we jump back down. But y equals y divided by 3. Recently in water is true for swimming. That's not what we want then. Yeah, this water is going to cause me a lot of grief. Like, that works fine, but there's going to be points where you can glitch it like that. Alright, let's do it. See if there's Unity code. Unity, check if object is below normal. Okay, and what is saying? Is there a way to have the character move to the vert height? Jason Kennedy say you might want to try making your water double-sided. That could be another cause of it. That might solve it. Instead of flipping our normals like we've been doing, if we just made a double-sided normal. Let's try that. Unity double-sided script. If you're not using your own shader, then try to use trees, nature, trees, soft, leaves. Oh, that is trippy. Whoa, not what I thought would happen at all. Look at that, there is two. It does double it. Okay. I'm gonna go back into Blender real quick, or open this up in Blender. Where is it? Imports. Water. Let's try making this an actual double-sided object. Like so. Go back into Unity. Let's process this. We have a new clone. I don't want to delete this, I want to hide it for a second. Let's delete this. Okay. Okay, so this should be double-sided now, if I am not mistaken. So flipping the normal won't be necessary, but let's see. So this is what happens now. Because there's still that space. Okay, so what we needed to do was give it no space. Literally just something like that. That should solve my issues for seeing the water, but it won't really solve the fucking camera. Let's go here for a second. Imports, water, process. Okay, we can now toggle this one. Delete this. Delete this. That's the middle one. Use that. Unhide this. No, look, we can still do it. That's really odd that we can still do that. What the fuck? This is, now I understand why all video games have flat water. For these reflective issues like this. I think I might have to do the same. I can do this cool water effect for like water that you can't get to. Like oceans or something, but yeah. We kind of have no choice. Let's remove... We can put this on the same point. Because they'll both be the same height. I'll leave them separate. But we'll remove water ripples. Let's delete these three. Okay, let's go here and give this... No. Let's go in here and give this... This. So it's not going to ripple. It's just going to be like so. It's so much more basic. But we need to only do it once we flip the normal. So we're flipping the normals here, and we're changing the color at the same time. I guess we can just change it to be slightly lower, like right about there. It's really hard to see. Let's go to perspective. Okay, these are at the same height right now. So I'm going to actually make this camera trigger just ever so slightly lower. That's just perfect. You can just toggle back and forth. I don't like that. Alright, okay. I need to make these the exact same. Right? And then we're just going to make this radius to be like 0.25. So it'd be really close. There we go. They can still do... there's still 1 second here where it's just like, hey, you don't see either now. That's because it's perfectly lined up with the height of the water. So it does need to be slightly lower than the water. This checker here. Or wouldn't it be slightly higher? I don't know. Because now we get longer part of nothing. We're gonna leave it at -5. Hello Jessica, how you doing today? I don't mind this. Like, it's not as cool as I'd want it to be. There's not much life to it. Ocarina of Warrior is now saying use a shader for your waves. Yeah, but then still, won't it clip through? There aren't really a lot of waves, that's true. What we now need to do is just go do a little splash effect so that when our guy enters. When the guy enters, we need to splash some puddles on the hit point. So, it's not the camera and water script. There's too many things on my desk right now. This is cluttering me up a bit. When we enter the water, I guess we can even put it on our player. It's no big deal. Create an empty. These will be all the different particles. And then in here we're going to create a particle system. Did this go to 0? Yeah, it did. Okay, good. Okay. So first thing I want to do is actually change this default particle to my drops. Good. Then I want to change... No, that can stay the same. going to do something like this. It can be random. It's going to have a burst at 0 of 30. What's 40 going to look like? Yeah, that's good. We're going to have rate over time of 0. So it's just going to be a burst that happens. Put on infinite. Holy shit. Oh, that just keeps bursting until they all disappear. I see. Let's get the lifetime down to a second. 3D start size. I want to make the Y longer. How do I rotate it without actually rotating this? The whole system itself. I never knew this. Is there any way to do that? Okay, I guess we're just gonna rotate it. Negative 90. Alright, so that'll happen when you jump in the water. Something like this, right? So we can make the Y twice as long. What'll this change here? Not really anything, eh? Next thing I want to actually do is do a random between, not two curves, we can do two constants. 1, 2, 1. Set these down to like 0.3, 0.6, 0.3. There we go, so we get different sized ones. Cool. Let's give them more speed. That's probably too much speed, but that's okay. This is gonna fire a bazillion times because we don't have a buoyancy thing, but we'll figure it out. Simulation space is gonna be world space. Whew! Beautiful. What's horizontal billboard look like? Vertical billboard? Stress billboard again? That actually looks pretty good. Okay. How did I toggle? Gotta find a script real quick. Enable emission. I'm just gonna leave this playing constantly for now. I want to jump in the water, try to time it. was close, I guess. Doesn't really look like a splash of any kind, but that's okay. It also doesn't make sense that they would fall through the... Okay, we'll make them collide with the world then, I guess. They're shooting straight down now, because his feet are below the ground. That's not what I want. No, instead I'm going to want to move this particle system to go to on the hit point. So like when you jump in, I'm going to want it to do something right here. I have an idea. I want this to collide with something, so I'm going to create a water collider. So it's going to shoot up. They're going to land on their own collider, and they'll stop. And that's going to be right along the water point as well. But I'm going to end my stream here, guys. I need to eat some food, and then I got to go rock climbing. So thank you so much for watching. As always, I've been me, you've been you. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Check out Patreon. I make very little money. It'd be helpful, I guess. I don't know. Take care, everybody.